we're trying to get healthy. We're trying to prepare for Texas, and excited about the opportunity coming up in a few days there. With that, I'll just answer questions.
Coach, we'll start you off with Tom Murphy, the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam, you said after Saturday's game that you guys would take a look internally at maybe if you were giving something away on defense. To the extent that you can, what did you find out from that?
Well, I think that we found a couple things. Yes, Tom, we did. There was a lot of checks, not as much fastball as what we thought we might get from Ole Miss. So we certainly did find a few things that we need to correct, and went back and did an extensive study there, and found a couple things that we need to get fixed.
All right, and if you could, there's been a couple of illegal formation plays the last two games that have negated long yardage plays. I wonder, are the receivers responsible for looking over and checking with the line judge there on? Is that what affected those plays?
Yeah, Tom, very, very frustrating because that's just an alignment issue. And both of them put their hands out. But the official did not tell them that they were on the line of scrimmage. So that was not an officiating problem at all. That was us. We did look out there and put our hand out, but we were not on the line of scrimmage. It was a good call. It's bad by us. We've got to do better than that. And the week before it was just a single receiver against Mississippi State. Same thing. But we've got to, if he's going to allow us to move up, and we should know that to begin with. So we certainly have worked on that again. But that was not an officiating problem. That was us. We did ask for the help, but they did not tell us that we were on the line of scrimmage.
Next is David Eckert of the Austin American-Statesman.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Good.
I'm curious when you obviously you've had a couple of really good performances against, top teams this year and a couple of bad ones. I guess maybe it's mentality, maybe it's, something else. I'm curious if you can kind of compare and contrast what's happening in those good performances versus what's not happening in the bad ones.
Well, there's two common themes in the bad games, and one of them is that we're turning the football over, and we can't win doing that. I don't know that anybody can, but we certainly cannot. The other thing is that we haven't matched up well in the back end with their quarterback and their receivers, and so those are two common themes. Those two things we should be able to control the turnovers of that. We did not in those games, and the other thing is that we did try several different coverages, into the double digits, into several different things in blitzing, in coverage, in quarters, in halves, in half, in cover 6. Cover 3, cover 8, and it just didn't work last week. So we've got to figure out what we can do, like we did against Tennessee. We had a game plan where we weren't going to get beat deep, and we could handle the run. And we just didn't feel like that particular game plan would work against LSU and Ole Miss. And so we've got to find out how we can stop the run and the pass. But we can't let people behind us deep and have big plays, and that's what we have to eliminate. So we're going to work big time. But those are the two common threads that happened in the LSU and the Ole Miss game.
Appreciate it, Sam. Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Jackson Fuller, the Times record.
Good morning, Sam. Can you give us a health update maybe on Talon and Jaquindon specifically?
I still think we're a few days away from both those guys determining what their ability to play against Texas would be. I can tell you this: I don't know if either one of them would be able to play if we were playing Saturday. So I think, without avoiding the question, just giving you a true answer, I think we still have to wait until probably a Monday of next week to see exactly where we're at with those two guys. Taylor's got a sprained knee, and certainly JJ's got that ankle. So they were out in the walkthrough yesterday, but I don't know that they'll be available really for practice today.
And is there, with the struggles in the secondary, is there any chance maybe a guy like freshman Selman Bridges could make an impact in the rotation moving forward? And what have you seen from his development this fall?
Well, there's certainly a chance of that. Yes, I think we have to look at all things: how we're coaching it, how the coverages that we're playing, the people that we're asking to play those coverages, and we certainly have given that a good look and have made some changes there to see if we can get better. Selman's certainly one of the guys in that thought process as well. He's done really a good job out there, and we'll see what happens there. But he certainly has improved greatly this camp.
Next, we got Mike Griffith of AJC Dog Nation.
Coach, with you playing Texas and Kirby getting ready for Ole Miss, I'm guessing this would be one of the times you guys would exchange film or information. How much can you gain from that? I guess in my first part of my question, and the second part of my question is just, again, Crib Notes version. Where does it start with preparing for Ole Miss with all the NFL talent they have in their defensive front and quarterback and receiver?
You talking about with Texas, Mike?
Well, with Ole Miss.
With Ole Miss. Okay, you're asking specifically about Georgia. Kirby and I have a great relationship, so certainly we communicate more than just any time of common teams that we play. But Ole Miss is very, very talented, very, very talented on the D line. Dart's playing really, really, really well. Hard to get to him, even though LSU did got back there. So it's hard to compare because certainly two different teams with different talent at different positions. So I think it'll be a really good game. Certainly Ole Miss and Georgia, two really, really good teams. And I'm excited that I'm going to have an opportunity to watch it, to be honest with you, with us being off.
Thank you.
That's all we have, the time we have for today. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.